Right then, let's go. Let's get this cracking on. Give me a second and we'll just get going. Don't know why you always focus on the fucking... I don't want it to focus on that. It's shorts galore. That's what it is, man. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. Right then, we're going to start in just a second there. Let me just get prepared for my morning cig. And we're going to get cracking. Otherwise, how's everyone doing, man? How's everyone doing? It has been a bit of an interesting little session over the freaking pump and the little pump that happened yesterday with the little stop run. We'll talk about that in just a moment there. The truth is, when it comes to like the market itself, it's very, very unforgiving. Very, very unforgiving. The key is it's always going to be patience. So being patient in this game is the only thing that's going to actually save you going forward. So when you have your idea, you have your plan, you have your stop loss, and like the one advice I can give you guys as well is when you place your stop loss, you can't go wrong with placing invalidation. And after each level, then you start compounding it or you start tightening your stops. Unless you're ready to be stopped out, like stopped out in break, or not break even, but get stopped out in terms of like or what you call it, like in profit. That's a very possibility, but you gotta play this game exactly how it wants to be played, right? The problem is, right, like you gotta look at it this way, right? So when you're looking at the charts itself, right, it like last night. So I came back home from like the deceased family, right, and had a shower and whatnot, and then my phone was pinging off like a mad, like on a mad one. So I started looking at the chart and I saw a pump. I'm like, alright, cool. Jumped on the DCC. I'm like, listen, guys, nothing to worry about. It's just a pump. It's the end of the day. When you see pump at the end of the day, that's scammy. That's scammy, man. Just like when you see, and it's just like any pump out of nowhere. It's always gonna be scammy. This one was a scammy pump. I had no worries about that. I'll show you the trade itself. I'll show you like what it did and how you would actually get on board if you want to play aggressively or with confirmation itself that there was still an opportunity to play. So we'll see how it goes, right? So let's get cracking though. So morning everybody, good to have you here. Welcome to episode 124. It's been it has been a bit of an interesting one, with crypto. The shorts are going on well. I'm in really, really well. I mean, let me double check what like let me just bring up my account and see what my profit. I haven't even checked my profits. I haven't checked my profits. So I'm up approximately like 6 hours, over 6 hours. I'm up over 6 hours, about six and a half hour. Yeah, about 6.5 hour. Yeah, that's why I'm up. Mm. So I've still got it on hold on the Ethereum, BTC as well. BTC is doing its thing. I got nothing to worry about. So we'll just play it out there. So let's do the morning shout and then we get cracking down. So we got Derry in the house. Morning to you. If you see this, up the likes. Yeah, appreciate that, man. Smash the likes and hit subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? So we got Bomb Biggie here. We got GD's in the house. Guna's in the house. We got Ed's in the house. What's going on, brother? We got John Kaboosh. Justin's here. We got GP's here. We got Seamus. We got Adam. IB Chan. Good to have you here. It's been a little while, man. We got Curtis. Morning to you too, my bro. Andrew Phillips. First live stream with the big dog. Thank you so much for that, bro. Appreciate that. Circuit. We've got Angelo in the house as well. We got Starsky. What a show on Eve. Yeah, it has been a fucking masterclass. That is a classic. You know what? I don't know if you understand this. Do you know how sick this is? Like I'm not trying to say I'm that great. Let me just bring this up, right? Bring the Eve chart, right? Do you know I like this is where my entry was at 300 and 300, 1300. That's my entry were. My stop was at 1311. The high of the week, right, was literally there. This is the high of the week at 305. $5. $5. I caught the high of the week at $5, man. That's fucking mad. You gotta give me props for that at least, right? Like give me some likes for that. Right? I don't need anything else from you guys, but give me some likes, man. It has been top G's. Oh, thank you, Circuit. Yeah, it has been a really, really good one as well. So like, like some of you guys know that I like to play aggressive. I play super, super aggressively, and when it does play out well, and it plays out well. I mean, according to this chart itself, I'll bring up everything there. Right now, I mean, it's coming to an area of support. Yeah, whatever. I don't really give a shit. It's approximately 6.63. Yeah, I was right. 6.6R. Yeah, 6.63. That's where I'm at. So yeah, target for me personally. I mean, we're gonna talk about where the area of support is. It is coming at an area of support. I mean, if you look at it here before we carry on, this is the area that is bouncing off there. We're finding a bit of support. We got the mid range here. Once we get back below the mid range, see how we do at September's low. This was last week's Monday's range itself. Step into Monday's range and looking to potentially go to 11:30. You know, like I don't see why not. It's still a range bound environment until proven otherwise. I mean, what we could do is find support off here, for example, push back up, and I'm happy to get the trade at 6R, whatever it is, and you know, it's a fucking phenomenal trade. You know, like Twitter and YouTube are very bullish. They've been bullish for quite some time. I'm bullish, and I was saying, and I did say, I said, look, guys, the only way that we can get bullish if we reclaim the monthly open. Now, strangely enough, I think it was on Monday. On Monday, I did a little exercise with the guys. Or was it? Yeah, it was Sunday, some shit like that. Whatever day. I think it was Monday. I did a little exercise with the guys. And I said to them, right, and I want you guys to do this, right? And I want you guys to do this and then tweet this, right? All of you guys can do this for me and tweet this and at me on this as well. So I can actually have a look at it. And then later on, I'll do a little, well, I'll try to help you out on this. What I want you to do, right, is mark out, have a blank chart. Have a blank chart. And I just want you to mark out the monthly open for December, right? Have a blank chart. The monthly open for December was, this is 30th. There we go. It was right about here. Let me just zoom in here. Fuck it. It was here. So this is midnight. Midnight's over here. So it was here. So the monthly open was right here. Okay? That's the monthly open. I want you also to mark out the monthly open for last month as well, and just compare it. Just compare it for me, all right? And then just it'll be useful for yourself as well. It's not for me really. It's for you guys, like, because I know the answer, and the guys in the DCC know the answer anyway. So I want you guys to go out there, mark out the monthly open for Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. Like let's say Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever bullshit you want to look at, right? Let's just go with the king. Let's go with Bitcoin. Mark out the monthly open for December, and mark out the monthly open for November, right? And just have a look at what price they. Just one line tells you everything. Just tell me, just like once you've done that, you tweet this out, at it to me. I'm happy to for this exercise itself to you guys. I'm actually gonna respond to everyone and correct everyone in their view as well, and see how that goes there. I'm happy to do that today. Normally I wouldn't bother. Not because I'm a dickhead, but I am a dickhead. But like normally I wouldn't bother because I don't see why I should waste my time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's my time, and but to help you guys today, I'm happy to spend a little bit of time, good hour or two or whatever, however many people actually do that, and just mark that out and see what happens. So we'll get that. Yeah, if you guys can do that, that'd be great. And if not, well, it's not my problem anyway. It's you guys who wants to actually learn. So you got to do these exercises, otherwise, I don't know. Anyway, so let's just get cracking, man. Waxing, hey man, watching this from sunny Singapore. Oh, well, started watching this after seeing you on with BC. Thank you so much for that, Wax. Appreciate that, man. Big love to the Singaporeans, man. Is it Singaporeans? I don't think that's the right word. What do we call people from Singapore? People from Singapore. What do we call it? Singaporeans? Yeah, I was right. I wasn't being racist. So Singaporeans, yeah. Shit, I just guessed that up as well. Like if you're from Mauritius, you're Mauritian. If you're from from the UK, you're British. If you're France, you're French. You're from China, you're Chinese. From Singapore, you're Singaporean. Got you. Good to have you, Mo. Good to have you there. What's going on, Joe? Good to have you here as well, man. Balls of steel. It's not balls of steel, man. It's just like it's just confidence, bro. It literally is just confidence, nothing else. The advice I'd give to everyone else is the same. Clean out the noise on Twitter. Most of them are bullshit. It is what it is. A lot of people have been bullish in November, bullish in December. Don't get me wrong. I was looking for bullish scenarios. I'm happy to do so. But my plan was this: if it reclaim the monthly open, take out the highs. I'll give you an example. That's the monthly open there. So if I were to hide this and just do the monthly open, which is about here approximately, that's where the monthly open is. For me to be bullish is reclaim the monthly open, take out these highs over there, and then hold above it, and then yeah, I'm happy to take the plan back up. But this is what I mean. I can play this as aggressive play over here, but this is your confirmation on the upside. That's the only way for me to be bullish, but there's nothing bullish, man. It really isn't. It really isn't at the moment speaking. But let's see what dollar index is doing as well. Dollar index is quite interesting. So do you remember yesterday? Bring this up. I was telling you guys. Well, on Monday, I was looking for a push into here. Right, that was on Monday, And yesterday itself, on Tuesday, we actually finally got to take out these highs there, and we pushed into this market there. We pushed into the range, so we're starting to step back into the range. And now it looks like this is just a deviation. That's all it is. It's a deviation. I'm happy for it to come back down. As long as we hold into that, then we can play back to 25% range. Fill up. There's a tiny bit of a gap there that I want it to fill up. Then come into the mid range. From the mid range, see if we can actually push up all the way to range high. And it's just a range bound environment, just like how we had a deviation here. It's a deviation here. That's all it is. Nothing else to worry about. Bitcoin, dollar index is looking bullish, like short term. But if I look at it on a grand scale of things, that's better. Look at things at the grand scale of things, right? Really and truly, right? Let's just go on the daily. We're on the daily. Let's see what we got here. Let's fuck it. Let's go on the weekly. What we got on the weekly? Anything on the weekly? It's fucking cold today, man. It's really, really cold. I mean, yeah, really and truly, I mean, you can say this. I mean, we've just come off this, actually. This high there. That's where we're at. So you can see from this low here, deviation there, smashed up, came back in, support, came back in, support, came back down, and then we smashed down, found resistance right off here, came back up, support, smashed up higher, had a bit of a deviation. As long as this holds here, I think we should go up higher. Approximately, we'll see how it goes. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't mind it coming back down over here, right? From here, right? That's perfectly fine as number one. Number two will be here. Number three will be here. Ideally, these are the areas I like to see dollar index coming back down. But if it doesn't need to come, if it's not going to come down, why is it not going to come down? Well, you start looking at areas of consolidation. So if I look at this particular area here, let me highlight this, right? This is the key area here, right? So if I show you this on a daily, you can see how this consolidation is working. See this consolidation right there? We had a consolidation right there, pushed up, find support, go back up higher. Now what we've done, we've come back in as a retest, so we can push it back into here and then still come back down and then lose this here. That's a possibility. Or we can actually find support here, push up higher, and then keep going up higher. But wouldn't this, like, if I were to show you like this, right? Let me delete that, right? And let me just show you one thing before I actually move on, right? You guys like drawing memes and shit in it, right? If you are from Australia and Aussie, that's a weird one. I never understood that Aussie and Australia. I would have picked up if I didn't know it. I would have picked up Australian, but like, maybe it sounds like alien, so maybe it's not a good thing to start calling you Australians. But yeah, Aussie is a cool way to call it. Like, you know, it's like Brits. Brits is not bad. Yo, you're a Brit. You're from you're British. Yeah, I'm British, innit? That's not bad, innit? That sounds kind of cool. But when you got Aussie, Aussie sounds like a fucking, you know, Aussie. Fucking thing. It's like I gotta give it to the Aussies. They're the cool, one of the most coolest people you'll ever meet. They'll rip into you, you'll rip into them. It's all jokes and it's all love. I think that's, you know, hats off to them. I love like when I can actually have a little bit of a joke with people. Oi, 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 yeah, let's go. See, I'm a man of culture, man. I'm a man of culture. So yeah, let's go back to this. What were we talking about? We're talking about fucking before we were talking about Aussies. So yeah, this is the range here, and I just want to show you this, right? It's a very high possibility, right? Everyone's looking for bullish scenarios and whatnot, but let me just show you this. This is see how we got up, we go come back down, push back up, we come back down, right? And if we push back up, right, into the 108 area, which is about here, yeah, approximately there, let's call it there, and then push back down, what does that look like to you? If I remove this, does that not look like a head and shoulders? It's a possibility. I'm not saying this is, I don't trade memes. I just trade the price action, but this is a head and shoulders. If I were to break down what this head and shoulder really is, it's a range bound environment, right? It's literally a range bound environment. We're finding support off this little block over here that we've highlighted. If I were to bring it back in, we're finding support from the highlighted place. But from a technical point of view, if I bring everything back in, this is what it would be, is that all we're doing is we retested this consolidation, we push up to a key resistance. That's key resistance will be, because it's a key level. It's a weekly low. It's a weekly low that's been there for like fucking donkeys of years. And all we're doing is just retest it. We came back in, and that's a deviation, right? And all we're doing is we're coming back to retest it to send that back lower. And once we do this, we can play back down low. That's perfectly fine. It's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? You gotta admit that's a thing. That's pretty But it works out. It works out. I mean, even if I was to do this, I mean, let's say if I draw this trend line over here to this trend line there, I mean, like we're looking to retest approximately these highs over there, right? It could come back up, come back down, breaks down, and then play back down here. But what's so special about this particular high here? Is it coincidental why I chose this? It doesn't need to come up to there, but is it coincidental? What it comes down to, right? For those who actually knows what I'm talking about, it comes off an order block here, guys. Am I making shit up? That's all it is. It's trading is 90% plan, 10% trading your plan. That's all it is. It's not that difficult. You just gotta zoom out a little bit. Hence the exercise. Hence the exercise I gave you guys in the morning, in the beginning of the show, is literally mark out your Bitcoin monthly open for December and November, and just work it out and see what price did. And the key really is the price is a fractal, right? That in this example, the price is a fractal, and it's just playing out that fractal, and it's doing that. And we talked about it on Monday with the guys as well, why I was short as well. And this is before the fucking dump, right? Before this whole major fucking horrible dump and whatnot that just happened today, especially. And and they saw it as well. So that's for them to learn. And I thought, you know what, fuck it. Let me just share it with you guys. Fucking hell, man. I'm coughing. I'm smoking. Oh, what a dickhead, man. What a complete knobbin. Let's go on circuit. Q's in the house as well. You know what? It is choppy. Like, see, the thing is, right? Like, I don't like to see it as choppy. Price is in a range. That's why it's choppy. And when price is in a range, it's always going to be choppy. So if BTC does, if a dollar index does something like that, fantastic. Let's fucking, shank the market a little bit lower, and we can do it as it is. But as a day trade, right? I've already discussed coming back to the mid range, seeing how it goes. I mean, I'm quite happy, right? If this is the high of what time is this? This is at 6 o'clock. So 7 o'clock was here. That's the high at 7. So we're at 9, 10. Let's just say if this is the high of the day, right, which is very possible, right? If this is the high of the day, I'm quite happy for today to come back down, right? Pull into this area here. Maybe come into this area, feel like this inefficiency over there. Retest this area, hold into this, step back into the range, and then we play it back up 25% of range and range high. I mean, from this, you'd be looking for a trade itself, right? This is your confirmation itself to at least to this area there. Once we step back in, we push it up to 25% in range high. That's a very possibility I'm quite happy to do. I'm working this out level to level and showing these plans of what are possible. Or what we could do is come back into the range low, right? Retest the range low and hold into it and then keep going up higher. That's a possibility. I'm quite happy for this. And I'm quite happy for this, right? What I'm not happy with, right, for bearish plays, right, is if we come back into here, right? So let's just say this comes into this area here. Oh, fuck's sake. Let me draw my line. Surgical hands. There we go. There we go. So we come back into here, holds into it, does something like this, then he steps back into the range. You got to ask yourself, the fuck you doing back in the range? Just remember, this is the consolidation that we drew early on. You got to ask yourself, what the fuck you doing back in the range? And all you do is comes back in. That's your confirmation. Touch your play up, stop loss here, play it down lower, take out these lows there, and then squeeze it back to the range low. And then we'll see from there. That's very possible. So I'm ready for both sides of the market, and that's the key thing. When you're trading, right, like especially lower time frame, that's the difference between lower time frame traders and higher time frame traders. Higher time frame traders have one direction, right? So you could be sitting on the trade for like 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe longer, right? Whereas day trades, right, you're in for the day in and out. The only swing trade I've got here, and this is a swing trader. This is how fucking mad I went in. Like the only swing trade I've got is BTC and Ethereum, and I caught it from above the highs, which could have been a retest of this area here, and then we could have blown back up, and I would have lost 5% of my account. No big deal, but at the same time, I was like, you know what, fuck this shit, right? I scalped the fuck out of it, and that's why, and that's the reason why I didn't put a stop loss above these highs there. I mean, there's a possibility of it getting stopped out. I explained it to the group yesterday, but invalidation's here, and because I put my invalidation there, fuck it, let's go 5%, and let's swing the motherfucker out of it. 6-hour trade, over a matter of 2 days work. Fucking hell, man. You fucking having a laugh, man. I'm telling you, it's a funny motherfucking joke there. But we'll see how it goes. Risk management is the key. And so we'll see how it is. So saying a dollar index, there's a potential of it going higher, right? So if there's a potential play of it going higher, that means ES does what? The reverse, it comes back down. And this is how funny it is. And we talked about this yesterday. This is when you're so in tune with the lower time frame, right? Again, just because I'm in tune with the lower time frame does not mean that I'm out of sync of the higher time frame. That's why I go on the weekly. That's why I go on the monthly, and that's why I do all these things. That's why I'm telling you, about mark at the monthly open. I'm in sync with the higher time frame. You can't go wrong if you're in sync. And ES is pushing back down. Congratulations, happy days. Let's go. So this is the key thing, right? So I said to you, price is in a range. This is the range for the past fucking God knows how long, right? Can I actually bring this up now? No, I don't like this. So for the past however long it was, right? It's been in this particular range here. Okay. About 3 weeks. 3 weeks going on. Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah. So all this majority of the price action has been within this range here. Okay, from this low to this high. It's a daily range. You have a deviation on both sides of the market, whatever. It run these highs there. It looks fucking phenomenal. It's like, yo, it's gonna fucking go in it. And if I mark out this high here, for example, as long this high, I mean, we wanted to find support here. I mean, a pullback was here. This bit here was, I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's gonna come back up. And then as you can find it, because it's just all it did, it just retested. It did a breakout, retest it, and then if it was to be bullish, we need to hold this level there, find bullish market structure. But it didn't. What it did, it came back, held, right? So what it did, it broke out, came back for a retest, came back up right above this key level there, and instead of holding it, it closed below it, finds resistance, and then shanks back down and comes back in. That's what it did. So do not phase the pump. You know, when you see a pump or a dump or whatever, do not chase after it. Do not get all excited. Do not let anything happen to you at all. Just let it go. Just go in sync with it. Just be like Bruce Lee said, innit? Be like water. Water flows in it. When you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. When you put water in a jug, it becomes a jug. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, isn't it? So he's a gangster here as well. Apparently he fucking had he was a bit of a cheater, you know. I don't know if you know this, right? But Brucey had a sighting, you know, where he died. He died at his sightings yard, you know. He had a fucking health problem at his site. He was at his sighting. I don't know if you guys know this, innit? But check it out. It's fucking Bruce Lee's ting in it. Let me just get her name. I think it's Shiping or King Ping. Okay, I'm gonna be racist here. That's fucked up. Let me just get the right name in it. Bruce Lee side chick. That's it. Yeah. Betty Ting Pei, that's it, Betty Ting. She's the secret girlfriend of Bruce Lee. If you guys didn't know though, like very interesting as well. But like, although he had a white, like Bruce Lee's he's what you call the king of all the Asians. You know, goes to America to a white land, takes a white girl, impregnates the bitch, right? Goes back to his country, has another girl over there. That's what the Pakistani did, innit? The Pakistanis saw Bruce Lee, like, you know what? We're gonna come to England and have a white girlfriend, and that's what they fucking did. I don't know what would I, but Betty, I don't know, Betty Ting. Not now. She's old, isn't it? See, this girl, she's much more prettier. You gotta give it to her. You know, she's really pretty. She is Betty Ting, innit? I don't know, man. I don't know. She looks like a little girl, but I don't know what Bruce Lee did. In her prime, yeah, she. I mean. Obviously, they're a lot older there, but shout out to Bruce Lee as well. I grew up with Bruce Lee, so I'm not here to disrespect him, but I'm just passing on a message. He literally had a sighting. He had a sighting, and good for him. Well, I mean, like, yeah, everyone's got to do what they got to do, innit? He had game, bro. If he can pick up the finger, even Ed, Ed knows really well. Pakistan. Shout out to the Pakistanis though. I got a big love for the Pakistanis, man. You know, I grew up with all the Pakis in it, and like. I became one of them. They accepted me. And the thing is, they didn't look at me as like, oh yeah, I'm Mauritian. They saw me as one of them. So it's weird though as well. Not only the Pakistani did that, the Indians did the same to me as well. The Indians saw me as one of them. So it was mad. At college, story time, quick one. At college, there was a geezer. No, sorry. So we went to this college called Solihull Sixth Form College. Now, Solihull, in this area where I live in particular, is a proper white area. It's a really nice area for the elderlies, and it's very, very calm. You don't get any trouble on the streets. You don't really get anything. It's really nice. So I went to Solihull Sixth Form expecting that, you know, I'm going to go to a good school and it's going to be calm and it's going to be blessed. And it's very civilized because where I went to Nine Styles. Nine Styles was a very mixed school, but most of my friends were black and Asians. And I became a dickhead, not because of them, but I became more of a dickhead around them as well, and I wanted to change. So I went to Solihull Sixth Form, and I was confused like a motherfucker. I didn't understand what was going on, right? I went to the canteen on the first day. I remember this, right? And there's two parts of the canteen. The first, when you walk in, it's a massive ass canteen, and this canteen, the first section of the canteen, is what they call England. The reason why they call it England is because all the white people chilled over there. I have no idea. It was just instilled in everybody's mind. Like you do, like if you're brown, you do not stay there. If you're black, you do not stay there. That's not your area. Your area is the back end. But the back end is what we call it. We call it Pakistan in it, or we call it. I don't know why that. Well, the name became Pakistan in it because there was more Pakistanis than anything else. But the blacks, the Asians, the Chinese, the Indians, we were one. We were like glued together. It was mad. It was crazy, fucking crazy. And like it's like a gang within the school, but everyone was cool. So you walk, I mean, you see your white friends, you be all blessed and whatever. But like it was a weird thing that we had that you don't stay there for more than 5 minutes. I don't know why. I felt uncomfortable when I would sit there. It was weird because we're in a white country. I don't know why we're dividing ourselves in the school, but fuck it. And the coolest bit about the reason why I stayed in Pakistan, right, in that area, was because in Pakistan we had the fucking ping pong table, we had a table tennis. So every day, ping pong every fucking day. I missed lessons to play table tennis with all the friends over there. And the sad thing is, right, there was only a small handful of white people who were really good. They went to a proper proper training as well for table tennis. They would come over and wipe everybody. They're whitewashers, man, proper. Yeah, there's one guy called Josh, and the short little motherfucker, really small geezer. He's like 4'1". I'm not lying. He's probably like 4'4", something like that. But I'm not lying. He's really really short, and he was same year as me. Josh had his own little bat with his like a little in a little pack as well with velvet and shit like that. And then he was like a semi-pro, some shit like that. And he'd fuck everybody. It didn't matter how good you were, he would fuck everyone. So shout out to Josh as well. Big love to you, man. I miss you so much, man. I really really miss you. I had a lot of laugh with that guy. What's going on, Nitish? How you doing, man? You resemble much like them. Yeah, I do resemble them as well. I do resemble the Asians. So it is what it is. But yeah, big love to them. I don't know why I went into thinking Bruce Lee in Pakistan and India. I don't know. Oh, fuck it. Anyway, so this is the range band environment that we have. So what we got a couple of deviations on the upside and downside. And yes, I did say, yeah, we were finding resistance here. And as you can see, you got lower highs there. And we've just completely nuked. And I was saying the mid-range and then range low. And it was a very, very fast nuke as well. So at this range low, I was watching this quite carefully as well. Then we came back down. And I was like, all right, cool. So when we came back down, I'm like, we wiped out all these particular lows over there. We even wiped out, if I were to hide out everything, you got to start looking at what liquidity has been taken out, right? So all this from, let's have a look. If I get a box out, these liquidity all over here. Can you see all them liquidities there? The wicks and whatever, all been wiped out in one kaboosh. It's just done. Finished. Color. What's going on, Nishish? Goik. Kijam Cousin. Yeah, I'm one of you guys, Ed, man. 100%, man. Like his side ting was actually called Ting. Yeah, his side ting was called Betty Ting, innit? Betty Ting. So now, this is where it gets a bit interesting now, right? Just right off the bat. So we know we've got, if I were to, where's that? There we go. If I were to bring up all my my levels, what you can see, right? We came back up, right? We retested this area here, and we didn't even come back. We're coming back down now. Start falling down. It's not a problem, innit? Really and truly, if I were to see what's holding it as support, well, in particular, there's one particular candle that does all this job for me as well at the moment, at this very moment. So we've got this down candle here. That's holding support. So if ES is going to be bullish, right? Like, let's just mark out the plans for the bullishness. If ES is going to be bullish, we need to hold this at this level here. We cannot lose this fucking block. If we lose this block here, it's bad. It's bad. Why? Because if I were to remove my head here like a headless chicken and show it to you guys there, what we got there is we've got all this motherfucking inefficiency over here. Now that's not fucking good. It's dangerous because if we come back down and start losing this area here, especially this mid-range, what's going to happen, right, is that we're going to come back down and play out all this inefficiency. That's the key thing. So it's pretty much a make or break here at this particular area here. So either we hold support or we don't, or either we just end up losing it. So if it's going to be bullish, we need to hold that level. Once we hold that level, step back in. Well, let me just draw it out again. Let me just, I actually want to get this in there. Yeah, let me just hide my face for a moment and just chat to you guys. Yeah, cool. At least you guys can see what I'm seeing as well. So it's only fair to you guys. So we're in this here. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever heard me say this, right? But the DCC knows exactly what I'm talking about. I don't like things floating. I just don't like things floating. When things are floating right at the middle of nowhere, it doesn't make sense. It needs to come back to some real key support. This is not key support. This is some bullshit support. It really is, right? But for us to actually be bullish, right, we need to hold it, and step back into this range low. So if we do something like this, right, come back into the range low, take out these highs, that's a breaking market structure. Then we can play it back to mid-range, back to range high. That's the way I'd be looking for it as a long there. Now you can take a long here, right, with your invalidation here. That's on ES. That's your well, a stop loss there. No, that's not your invalidation. This is stop loss. That's wrong terminology. Sorry about that. So what's going on, KMS? How you doing, man? Morning to you, my bro. Thinking Bruce Lee reminds me when I put oil all over me to fight one. Bro, we all did that. Bombiggy, you're not the only one. 100%. I know I did that, and I bet you Ed's done it as well, and Circuit's done it too, and NR. Elijah, what's going on, my brother? Another leg up, down, up before down only. Yeah, could well be. Well, we'll see how it goes. We're just marking out the plans and see what's going on with ES. So that's the bullish scenario. The bearish scenario for ES is, well, if you step back into the range, you can play within the range here, right? Play back into the range low, take out this liquidity here, and then come back down into range low itself, off this block itself. Once we lose this area there, this is your confirmation there. I mean, put your stop loss over here, for example, hard stop there to fill out a bit lower. But your confirmation is once we get back below September's mid-range, once we get back below September's mid-range, bearish market structure, play it back down level to level. Now, there's going to be a bit of a reaction over here. It's going to be a bit of a reaction here. What I suspect is when we break down this area here, is when we come back down and we're going to bounce into it, back up, one more retest, say, yo, guys, you want to short me down? Fucking short me now before I fucking go. And I think that's what's going to happen. I do think that's what's going to happen, but we'll see what happens. If we shank below it, then we come back down and we play it all the way. This is your final frontier. Play it back down into this area. Well, probably say, let's front run it for one moment there. We front run the shit out of it. Go into this area here. That'll be your target. And then see if we can come into here. And then we'll see what happens. Do we come back to 25%? Because if it is, this could be bad. This could be really fucking bad. You know what I'm saying? Because we do not want to get below the yeah. What we do not want to do is get below the 25% range. If you look at thingy, this is like the September's range. Like if we get back below the 25% range and we do something like this, right, and we come back down, what's happening is that was a deviation of September's mid range, and then it's so bearish when we come back down to this level here, 3650, and then 3600. That's fucking bad. Because if they announce a Fed pivot really fucking soon, and that was a rally in anticipation of the Fed pivot, well, boy, this is fucking bad because we're gonna break down and go lower. So it's what's going on, Daink? You're never late. So we gotta be very cautious of what's going on there. I have not recommended anyone to buy any bitcoins or buy any Ethereum or any DCA. I still haven't actually bothered with that. You guys know my plan. I'm not gonna repeat my plan again, but be very cautious. Crypto is about to collapse. I do think we're gonna have one more collapse there, one more strong collapse. We're gonna have a range band environment. Then that next leg that we have down, that's the time to DCA. I'm going to tell you this over and over again because I do not want people in this chat. We got 61 people here. Smash the likes, everybody. I do not want anyone to start being DCAing anytime soon. Not anytime. I did say if you want to DCA, small percent. I said this back in, I think, like beginning of the month or some shit like that. I said like, it was somewhere around November. Somewhere around November is when we had that dump, the 15.8K, 50 point, yeah, around that area, 15.7 or some shit like that. And I said, if you guys want DCA here, it's not a problem. But you have to DCA a small amount, like 10%. I have not done that. I've said that quite clearly. 10% of your portfolio that you wanted to DCA, and then you add in a bit more because you can always get on board on the confirmation and whatnot. We explained that quite deeply, so you guys can actually go back to that and do what you gotta do. End of the day, right? Listen, if you guys don't want to listen to me, I don't fucking care. Yeah, whatever. What's going on, UL? We've got Ken in the house, man. We've got Eric and Jose. Eric and Jose, can you explain the BDC plan again? So the BDC plan for me is literally this, isn't it? Like, what time is it now? Let's have a look. 10:50. Let me make a cigarette then, okay? If I'm going to do that, all right, I'll take a circuit, man. Yeah, if I'm going to do that, I think I'm going to have a cigarette, and then I'll explain the plan. So literally this, right? Goonie, do you know what it is, right? Like, I don't know who's not listening or whatever, but like Twitter, it's been very bullish lately, and they've been bullish since like since 20k, 21k. They've been bullish since 18k. They've been bullish since 17k, 16k, even 15k. But the fact is, right? It's like, look, it's a bear market, right? How up can we go up, right? You gotta ask this, right? If it like we've had like think about this logically speaking. Right, if you think about it, I'm about to knock some heads together. What's going on, Gandalf? Yeah, think about this logically. Logically speaking, if you look at crypto, right? Crypto it's been recently announced, right, that the pump that happened in August time, right, was done by SBF, right? SBF single-handedly pumped it himself. So which means if it wasn't for him, it would have been a bear market back then. Back then, from 63K, 64K, whatever the high was at the time, that was the bear market there. We started the bear market there. It just so happened that no, it was that thingy. Someone actually manipulated the charts, manipulated a lot of shit. They sold a bunch of tokens or whatever to buy into BTC to pump their bags, and that's how Solana and Luna used that advantage as well. Luna used that thingy when the market was going down. It was the only coin that was pumped over to $100. It was bullshit there. You see Solana going up to $250. Because if you look at Solana, just look at Solana as it is, right? Let's go back on the daily, right? This, look at this, look at this. Ignore that. Ignore all the fucking pump there. This is how it was looking like. This is what it was looking like. Can you see that? That was actually the higher. Originally should have been $58. You know what I'm saying? You guys never thought about why did Solana pump up during the bull run a good 4-5x? Because from here, right? It pumped up here. SBF was all about Solana. SBF was pure Solana. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't he the geezer said like buy me all your fucking Solana at $3? Think about it, man. The guy fucking pumped it up himself, innit? From this high here to this high there, it pumped up 3.5x. 3.5x. But let me have a look at. Give me another coin. Let's look at BNB. BNB, right, is very different. BNB wasn't pumped by SBF. Wasn't looked at. It sees his coin, Binance coin. But from the high, from there, and then we came back down. Let's just mark this out. This is the high to the next high. We went down. We couldn't even reclaim that. We were down below 3%. Do you not think about that for a second? And you're telling me that and you're still thinking that we're gonna be bullish. Why? It was fake pump. The dump's gonna come so dramatically. It's gonna be horrible. You guys are gonna get your ass fucking burnt to the ground. Let's look at Doge. Doge is Elon's coin, innit? Let's look at the fucking pump in it. So we had the pump from there. This is the high that happened in May. Then it was dumb. Then SBF ran the markets up there. But look at the high it went up to in fucking October. It only went up to 34 cents, and the high was actually fucking 73 cents. Use your fucking mind, man. You know what I'm saying? That pump was fucking scammy as fuck. Because if you look at some of these coins, any coins that was backed by FTX were the ones that did major runs. SNX was one. I don't know if SNX was one. I don't think SNX. Yeah, SNX didn't do the thingy. But Solana was the main. That was the main one. Luna was another one. Luna took advantage of it. But Luna, from the May dump, it's not natural for a 3.5x move in Solana. It moved too fucking drastically. So EGLD, I think everything goes down. Man. There's a time to buy. Now's not the time. EGLD. I mean, I think that's a very slow mover in my opinion, I believe. EGLD. Let's have a look. So EGLD, yeah, I think, yeah, it's not time to buy. I think, if I were to buy Elron, probably, I'll see that $30, man. Look at $30 around that area. I wouldn't mind $30, but right now we're holding on to this area. So that's where we're holding on to. Just think about this. Think about it here. Right, so this is the area that we're looking into, that we're holding on to, right here, okay? Makes sense. We've got a deviation below this particular range itself, and resistance over here, resistance there. You guys can actually mark on your chart, so you guys can have a better, clearer view. But the key thing is, when we shot up, right, we came back down, found a retest and support. When we found support, we bounced up, we started grinding on the upside. So this high is capping the market itself. This high, let me just draw a fucking straight line. This high is capping the market there. All we do is a deviation, right? Come back down. One second. I've got to pick this up to my mom. So, good man, you okay? Not too bad. Yeah, what's up? Oh, okay. I'm just working at the moment, ma. And then thingy, I'll do the letter now. Can you just send me a WhatsApp? Just send it to me. Just write in letter. Just if you type in letter, and then as soon as I'm done, I'll do that and I'll drop that off to you later. Okay? No, I don't have his number, ma. Oh, okay. Yeah, leave that with me. Leave it with me, and I'll send it to him. No problem. Don't worry. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Kids having mom mo failure, okay? Ale, salam ma. Alright, take care of yourself, huh? Ma, by the way, do you want to say anything to the guys on the stream? I think I actually didn't even mute myself. Alright, cool, ma. I see you later. I love you, ma. Bye. You gotta tell your mum you love her, no matter what. You know what? End of the day, your mum's your mum. You may not want to chill with your mum in it because she's uncool in it, but she's your mum in it. So, but yeah, what I was saying is, look at the bounce. We come back down, right? So this bounce here, we've come back down, pushed up there, come back down, pushed up higher, had a deviation, come back down, and we're holding off this area there. And then we come back up. We didn't even reclaim. We didn't even hit that fucking high itself. Come back down, bounce in this area, and this bounce is weak. Is very weak and shallow, in my opinion. If it wants to be violent, we need to hold into. We need to get back into this low over here. Then play back to mid range, play back to range high. And if I want to be bullish and start and you know, see fucking higher prices, I want to see something like that. Then I could be like, yeah, fucking long this. That's what I'd be looking for, but nothing to actually accumulate, in my opinion. Small little day trades here and there, small little swing plays here and there. It is what it is. But in my opinion, in terms of buying anything and hodling, that's not the fucking time. I wouldn't advise anyone. I wouldn't advise anyone. So it is what it is. But that's EGLD in my opinion. So we're talking about Bitcoin, innit? What are we doing? Yeah, Bitcoin. We've done the ES. Let's talk about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has been quite a very good drastic short itself, right? Let's just focus on the PA now, right? Let's not focus about anything else. We don't really give a shit about. Oops, let me just take out this. Yeah, we don't really give a damn about anything else. And I said to you guys, right, that the price is within this range here, this particular range here. It's a weekly range high and a weekly range low. Okay, so playing in this range here, and all we've done a small deviation there, found resistance, a quick stop run, and all it is, we're coming back down. People want a 17.5k. I understand why you want 17.5k, but if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Only way it will come if it will reclaim, monthly open. That's when I'd be happy to take out, to flip longs. I'll be under confirmation. Sorry about that. Yeah, under confirmation. My mom is sick. Love her every day. Yeah, man. Moms are cool. Like, they're cool in it. Like, you know, like, but there's sometimes, you know what it is? It's like, it's like my mom in it. Like, I don't know what it is. Sometimes she sees me like a punching bag from time to time. She just shouts at me. Apparently, I've done something wrong. I don't even know what I've done wrong. But bless her, man. Oh, your mom is sick as in like unwell. My mistake. I've misunderstood that. In British terms, sick means like, oh, she's cool. Yeah. Bless your mom, man. I'll keep in my prayers for you, man. So yeah. So now that as you can see, we're all rejecting off the monthly open. Clearly, we've had three retests, and we're coming back down below, right? So what I was saying yesterday, right, is that we're actually stuck within this particular range here. If I actually just hide this and just zoom into this motherfucker right here and just delete that there. What we were stuck in, and I was saying this thing to you guys yesterday, if you guys recall, can you go watch the video yesterday, is we're stuck within this range here. We took out, and I said this, yeah, we took out this high here. We're going to have to take out this low there. It makes sense. And when we take out this low, then we got Monday's low as liquidity is resting. So that was clear indication for the shorts. We had a little run up in during Asia. Well, pre-Asia actually. I think it was pre-Asia, or was it during Asia itself in the early Asia hours? But bless your mum, KMS, man. So that's pretty much it. So we ran these areas there. I'm gonna talk about the plans for my BTC in terms of accumulation in just a moment there. I thought I'd just quickly do this now. Oh, my coffee's getting cold. There we go. Finish. So cool. So what we're looking for now is this area here. Do we step back into this range here and play back into Monday's low? And then hold it up. That's your confirmation to go into the mid range, which will draw out the plans. Then go to range high. No, that's not wrong. That's Monday's low here. Sorry, that's wrong. That's fucking wrong. Sorry about that. Do we do this? Come back down, reclaim Monday's low, bullish market structure, play into the mid range. From the mid range, which is about probably around here, into the mid range is about here, and then we come back up, and then that's your first target there, and that's your secondary targets there. Take up get back above here, take out Monday's high, and then we push up to 17.5k. So I'm quite happy with that, whatever the numbers that people actually are looking for, and I can keep that trade going up on the upside, right? But in the meantime, how does it look like? If I draw up this and go on the lower time frame and see what's going on, let's go on the hourly. Let's mark out the plans. BTC. There we go. So actually no, let's do. I'll do it on this chart. I'll do it on this chart. Let me mark out Monday's high on this, and then mark out Monday's low. Right. So the blue range is the Monday's range. Okay. And as you can see, we had a clean smash below Monday's low. So I don't. And if you guys recall yesterday, we talked about Ethereum was taking out took out Monday's low, right? But Bitcoin didn't. So I wasn't on the DCC. I was saying to the guys, I'm not too keen about the price action that's going on in Ethereum. Wasn't too keen about it as well. But like what happened so what happened was on Bitcoin, we started consolidating below the 25% range. Now, a lot of people at that time was like, yo, we're going to be bullish and so on and whatnot. Yeah, why? Because you're going to be bullish. Why? Because you're looking for this breakout here. And it did do that breakout. But what happens? And we retested it. A lot of people would have put their stops over here. We just fucking lost it. Don't be using these memes, you know, like my opinion, like you use it as a confluence, but don't be using these memes. I wasn't looking for longs. The reason why is because for me personally, this Monday's low liquidity hasn't been taken out. The magnet in price would have been Monday's low. We were so close to Monday's low compared to Monday's high. Even when we got to here, to the approximately the mid-range, and close to the fucking monthly open. So this could be the fucking retest of the monthly open. Let me have a look at something, actually. There we go. Here we go. This is it. This is the area that it came into, right here. Boom. Let me just draw this out there. That's the area. Guys in DCC, we'll talk about this in the thingy, like later on. If you guys haven't picked it up, like look, DCC, think about what we talked about, consolidation, right? Breakdown, retest, come back down, retest, come back down, retest. We get back up. If we were supposed to be bullish, we need to hold this block here, and it can't go inside with the monthly open and hold above this. Take out these fucking highs there, hold above there. Let's go to 17.5k, whatever everyone wants 17.5, 17.8, whatever the fucking number everyone's looking for. That's the only way for it to go up. But in actual fact, right, it's now what we call a breaker, fam. This is a breaker, my G. So what this is, right, this particular area here, when we found resistance, right, and then we popped up, if it was to be bullish, we need to get back up and hold. What that is now, see how you got resistance, resistance, deviation, resistance. So that key area, let me just hide all that. There, that's all you can see. You can see it's resistance. That key area is key. It's very, very fucking key. So for me to actually step in, which the monthly open is just above there, is get back up, hold above it. I'm happy to take the longs. I'm happy to do that. Until then, I'm happy to keep the shorts going because because this is resistance. It's a key area of resistance off this break over here. And at the same time, it's a key area of resistance. Why? Because it's a fucking monthly open. Reclaim monthly open, then I'm wrong. I'm wrong. But until then, I'm going to be right playing on the downside. So we're coming to Monday's range. Now, how do we play this, right? Like, so we missed out. So we've taken out the stops here, right? We look over here. We took out the stops right over there. My head's in the way. So, let's put it. How do I get rid of my face? Nope, that's putting my face there. So, yeah. You see the low over there? We're taking out the lows there. That's a stop run, right? So, I'm quite happy to let it do its thing, whatever it wants to do. If it wants to be bullish, reclaim Monday's low, hold above it. Then I can say, yeah, you know what? That's for me to say, yeah, back to 25% range. From 25% range, let's go to the mid range, maybe to monthly open, which coincides to weekly range high. It's all fucking resistance there. That's why I've been taking some profits there and see how it reacts. If we start breaking down, play the shorts back down, all right? Or if we come back into this area here, into this blue box, and starts breaking down, again, play the shorts back down. If I want to be bullish, what I need to do is reclaim and hold above it. But then I can say 75% and then range high at this area here. We do have that block that we showed early on, and as a confluence factor, but till then it looks kind of bad. So the longs, really, for me, for longs, we have to get to above Monday's low. That's the plan. That's the next plan. Is how do we get on board? Is if we get like on top of Monday's low, then we can start looking for longs there. We've got this inefficient to fill out here, a little bit over here, and then we'll see how we react off this area here, and then whatnot. Really and truly, right? If you were to look at it this way, is this. You see all these highs. All it did yesterday, right, is literally just ran the highs, man. So this high over here, this is where liquidity would have been rested. And that's why I wasn't too keen about placing my stop loss, tightening my stop loss just yet on this high. The reason why is if I were to bring up the ranges, look where this high is It's below the mid-range. Most likely, we're going to come back to the mid-range and find resistance. That's why, like, well, we'd like to find resistance and break down. This is a possibility. So I couldn't put my stop loss there. I kept it there. I mean, I brought my stop loss to break even, to be honest, but to $1,300 on Ethereum, and then Bitcoin was like, I forgot what my entry is. I'll check it out later. I haven't actually I should have put it here, but never mind. Fuck it. So now all we gotta do now. So that's the plan for the longs. For the shorts, how do I play this? Right. Well, if you haven't got into shorts, it's not a big deal. You can just wait it out there. You've got let's have a look what we got here. Price. If you want confirmation, right? Price came into this particular area here, right? Same situation, same goddamn situation, right? Can you see that? Let me hide my face again, and I'll show you this stuff. This is some alpha shit I'm showing you guys. So smash the likes, man, all right? And tell your friends about me. So we got resistance, right? We can break down, consolidation over here, resistance. Smash back down lower, came back, resistance. Came back down. We didn't even hit the fucking the 75% range. Find resistance up there. Came back down, push back up. When we smash this up there, find support, gets back up. And all we've done, we find support over here. That's all we've done. So if I want confirmation for shorts, right, really and truly, we need to get back below it. So if we do something like this, right, break down below here, this is my confirmation. Whatever the deviation on the top, that's my hard stop there. Play it back down into these areas here, into this particular area here. It's around 16.5k, whatever it is, 16.6, whatever you want to fucking call it. And then all we've done, we fill out this inefficiency. And that's one quick short trade there. But really and truly, what I'm looking for is this now. This is a range bound environment, right? If this is a range bound environment, and all we've done, just like we've done a deviation over here, right? And we shot up to range high, we found resistance, and we've done a deviation on the upside. Why can't we shoot back down to a range low? 15.8k is still on the table. Still on the table, right? I want to see how we react over here at the mid-range. Do we hold support? Then I can look at creating the trade, taking profits, play it back up to 75 and see how we are. Step back into Monday's low, play back into to the range high. Or do we do something that I would like to see is come back in here. I expect some consolidation over here. People call it choppy, whatever they want to call it. Once we break out these lows there, play it back down, 25% range, and then back to range low, 15.8k. Merry Christmas, everybody, and that's it. That's pretty much it. That's the idea there is. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, and then from there, from range low, we'll see what happens. If it's gonna be bullish, it's gonna be bullish. If it's not gonna be bullish, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So plans for BTC. Jose and what was his name? Rafael. My respect for you two. Mom comes first. Oh, thank you so much for that, bro. Yeah, man, bro. Like I said in it, like when it comes to like Mr. M, thank you so much for that. Don't forget Dogecoin keeps inflating as well. So yeah, that's true. All time high. Erica and Jose. Erica and Jose, this is for you. All right. So if I draw out the weekly, right, what we've got here, we got Bitcoin on the macro, right? Everyone can see that, right? That's it. Let me just try to take out the auto. Right. So what we got here, right? I'm gonna just move my head right in this corner right there, and then we can start talking about this price action that's going on right in particular here. So now, what happened is, right, this is a range bound environment. This is the original range that was happening from 2017 all the way to 2020, right? That was a particular range. So got the highs and lows, that's it. Swing highs, swing lows, that's all it is. Now, price, right, when we consolidation broke out, we're going to retest. Now, if we're going to expand, the expansion, we can have a deeper pullback. Now, a deeper pullback can be however deep it wants to be. We do not want to come back to range low. That's not a pullback. That's a fucking range bound environment playing it back down to like to 3K. But what I'll be looking for is a particular area here. So I'll mark out my mid-range, right? So if I were to draw, I'll do it accurately. So if I do it like this, oops, fuck. If I do like this, no, let me delete this. Actually, you know what? Let me use this. I'm going to use that high to this low here in particular. And the mid-range comes in about here. Let's draw out the mid-range quite accurately so you guys can see this and then follow on as we do this level to level. Now, if I were to hide everything else, now all you see, this is quite simple. This is the consolidation, right? Price spent 2 years below the mid-range till we broke out the mid-range, and we never retested the mid-range. We never retested it, because what happens is when you're playing a range bound environment, you see price do this, pushes up, comes back up, there's a little bit of a choppiness and whatever, and then if we shoot up and do this. But the key thing when we do something like that is we come back to the mid-range, and it may do a stop run or whatever the fuck. I'm just drawing out something thingy, some bullshit here. But we like to see the mid-range play, like at least a retest over here, or maybe a pullback over here, then do something like that. Then we play it back up into the range high. That's the type of price action we like to see. But in this particular reason, right, in this example, it didn't do that. What it did, right, once it broke out the mid-range, we just carried on rallying up. There was no pause for a second, like, wait a minute, yo, what the fuck's going on? Or shit, my bros were like, is this normal? There was none of that. It's everyone got too bullish there, pushed up there, and now we're coming back into this area here. And look, we stepped back, we had a clean smash into it. For the first time, we had a clean smash. So look at this area here, this particular area, okay? What we had is, we had a small little peekaboo over here, came back down. Small little peekaboo below here, this low held, right? Now, in this particular candle there, when we actually delete everything else, this particular candle closed and had a clean smash within the range. So whether it goes up to here to 20k and then breaks down, I don't really care. And then come back down to this low here, or whether it comes into this area here, which is what it's done actually. It's finding resistance of this particular area here already, right, approximately, and then play back down. I don't really know. But once we know we lose this low here, play it back down to this area. Now the mid range is where I'm going to start looking to start accumulating. That's the key thing. So I'm not accumulating nothing. I'm ready to start accumulating in this particular area here. You see this area that's highlighted there? Between around 12, let's call it 12.5k. Yeah, 12.5k to about 9k. Let's call it 10. 12.5k to 10k. That's where I'll be looking to buy Bitcoin there. And I'm happy to actually see Bitcoin actually bounce around here for a little bit. You know, we can actually start buying the lows here, and once we break out of it, confirmation on the upside, play back up to range high. Or if it does, I won't buy everything in this area, but if it does come back down and there's a deviation, that's fine. I'm happy to buy there. And that's what I'm happy to buy. If I'm happy to, even if price comes back to like to 4 or 5k into these areas here, I don't fucking mind. I didn't buy at 69k, nor did I buy at 30k, nor did I buy at 27k or 25k, nor did I buy at 17k or 16k. I'm happy to buy in this particular area here, and I don't mind on a spot buy being down 50% of the bag. Let's just say, for example, I'm down 50% of my bag. It's better to be buying there than buying at 16k and then come down into 5k and then you're down like about 70-80% of your bag. That's fucking horrible. That's really horrible. So there's gonna be a time to accumulate. Trust me, we had time. Just look at the past history, man. All you gotta do is look at the past history. If you look at the price action here on the monthly on Bitcoin, this is the range bound environment, okay? From here to there, that's the range itself. We all had from February 2018 all the way to like September 2020, which is about a year and a half, right, to accumulate within this particular area here and buy a little bit more over here if you want to. This is just a spike, man. Fucking, it doesn't really matter about COVID. Everyone's forgot about COVID. No one believes in it now, and all it is, it's just a spike. And what's fantastic is that we had many time to start buying it within this area here. Not when you start shooting up to like 30, 40, 50, 60k. This is the area. So when it comes to accumulation, trust me, think like a businessman, think like someone who's ready to prepare to take over the world, innit? The ones who actually wants to take over, right? The ones who actually are in preparation mode are the ones who are ready to look for the accumulation period. And the accumulation period over a period of time when things are dead. Twitter is still too noisy. Use that as your barometer. It's still too noisy. Too many people has an opinion. Too many people actually talking. We need to get rid of these motherfuckers out once and for all. I want Twitter to go. I want CT to be dead. When it's dead, that's when you know, okay, the real G's are here. Because have you not noticed some of these influencers who were talking in November and October, beginning of December, they were talking in it, and all of a sudden they've gone quiet because they're not prepared for the idea of shorts. They can only play one direction. The ones who are talking now, right, the ones who are posting their plans and actually are producing content on a daily basis or even on a weekly basis, legitimate content, not pictures of food and shit like that, but not pictures of freaking of I don't know or whatever, and it's just on that. They're actually posting legitimate content is because they are playing the game how it's supposed to be playing. So like you guys are quite lucky in my opinion. You know why? I've said this before and I'm saying this again. You guys have the ability to actually sit down and listen and pay attention to real traders out there. I'm not one. I don't claim to be a real trader. I'm a fluke, right? I'm just a fluke fan. That's what it is. But when you look at it this way, the market back in 2017, 2018, none of us knew what we were fucking doing. Most of us actually lost. That's the honest truth. Most of us in 2018 we lost a shitload of amount of money. Like I'm sure some of the apart from like real trade like real traders, I mean, who actually has experience on trading before crypto, who actually has I mean, some people may have trade experience on trading, but like on crypto, but majority of people actually lost money. Just like in this one, majority of people lost money. Why? Because most of us didn't know what we were doing. When the markets go up, you're just one sided. You're just up, 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 right? It's like Morocco yesterday. Morocco versus Spain. Like they were writing out the Moroccans off. They wrote them off in it. I'm so happy we got African teams in the fucking World Cup, man. Big up to the Africans. You know, like they're representing the Mauritians as well for us. In case you didn't know, Mauritius is part of Africa, innit? So I'm black. I'm joking. I'm not black, but I'm African in terms of continent wise. But just like in Tanzania, you get loads of Asian looking people there as well. But anyway, Nitish as well is Mauritian. Nitish in the chat is Mauritian. So Bombig is Moroccan. Shout out to Bombigi, my Moroccan bro. So yeah, just like the world was writing off Morocco. They were writing it off. They were like, yes, Spain has been dominant, fam, fucking dominant. And you watched the fucking first half. The Moroccans were pushing in out of nowhere. Come in the second half, right? They sat on the back foot and they defended. They just stayed behind the line. It was a fucking game and a half. Back and forth, just defense upon defense. I was on the edge of my seat. I didn't watch the full game properly because I was at a funeral. I was watching on the phone. That's what I was doing in it. So I was freaking like getting mad excited and shit like that. Fortunately, I'm at a funeral. I'm getting excited. But anyway, so it was going back and forth, and then went to extra time. Extra time, we defended it. Alhamdulillah. You know, we're going to penalties. Penalties they were talking about. Listen, look at the fucking arrogance they were talking about. Enrique, right? Luis Enrique goes like to his team that you best be taking 1,000 penalties before you enter my team. Blah blah. Shut the fuck up. We got God with us today. That's what we got. So, but yeah, 1,000 penalties, right? Between a man of 24 people, right? That's you're talking about 24,000 penalties taken, approximately, you would say. And what happened? They all fucking missed. Sergio Busquets. You know, when I saw Busquets walk in and he gave a little smirk. I don't know if you guys saw that. Or you noticed that. He gave a little smirk in it. I'm like, this motherfucker is he's not focused. And I was telling the guys like around us, we were all watching the phone. I'm like, he's gonna miss. They're like, nah, it's Busquets in it. I'm like, fuck Busquets. And I'm like, he's smiling. He looked around. When you see people, like when you're focused, you're in that zone. But he didn't show that zone. He looked at the Spanish side. Just watch it. You watch it. You'll see. He looked at the Spanish side and he smiled. Then he looks at the keeper. Then he looks at the ball. That 2-second movement I saw was enough for me to say he's flopped it. Absolutely flopped it. And he did. He hit the ball. Keeper saved it. Alhamdulillah, we won. He got cocky, 100%. And trading is just the same thing. Do not lose. Don't be like, look, we're killing on the shorts, right? Curtis, you're one of those who's killing on the shorts as well. We're killing on the shorts, right? Doesn't mean that we get cocky. This can all just change around. It can change around. I'm prepared for the change around. I'm prepared for the plans to go on the upside. This is why I do the plans on bullish scenarios and bearish scenarios, because I'm ready and you're ready. You guys see. Don't just listen to me on like, look, there's 50 people here at the moment, right? We're losing a lot of people here. Never mind. But like, just don't take the idea of like, just because we're getting things correctly that we're gonna be right. No, you have to flip bias when you need to flip bias. Do not get too cocky. Look, we're taking the shorts there. I caught the shorts like $5 off the fucking high of the week. Doesn't mean shit, because tomorrow I might get into another trade and get stopped out. You know what I'm saying? If I get stopped out, what do I do in it? I'm gonna get or become a little bitch about it. You just gotta be careful, be focused. Don't be like Sergio Busquets. Man looked to the left, looked at the keeper, looked down, took the shot, missed. When you're in your zone, when you're trading, just stay in your fucking zone. Do not let, and I'm telling you this again, I've told you this over and over again, do not let CT influence you. Do not let people out there influence you, because you are in control of your own money. Not me, not Curtis, not Bombiggy, not Erica, not GD, none of us, or Mr. M. None of us are actually are in control of your own money. You are. So if I will say this over and over again, please guys, you don't need to come to traderdaink.com. If you come to traderdaink.com, we will help you on the Discord server at Daink Country Club. I'm more than happy to help you out there. We'll mark out the plans, and I'm we'll look after you there. You don't have to join us. But what I will say to each and every one of you guys, you have a responsibility upon yourself for your own learning and for your own gains. Now, one thing that you guys gotta do is understand that you gotta learn. You gotta learn how to play this game. If you wanna stay in the bear market, because we're in a bear market for 13 months, fam, and you guys are still here. If you wanna, shout out to Erica Jose. Yeah, they followed me right there. Appreciate that, man. If you wanna stay too thingy in this market, and you wanna pay attention to what's happening in this bear market, you've got to study. If you wanna jump into the bull market, right? Do not be surprised if you lose money again in the bull market. The winners here, right? Look, I've seen it happen. The real winners are only the ones who actually stay in the bear market. The ones who join us in the bull market, we're selling our bags to them. They're buying our bags higher up. We don't give a fuck. You want to buy my Bitcoin at 70, like $80, $100,000? Buy my fucking Bitcoin at $100,000. I bought at 10k. My average is at 10k. You know, like my thing. I've 10x my account, man. I'm 10x my account. You're buying it there. Good luck with you. I don't give a fuck if you lose everything. I'm sorry, but that's the game of crypto. The game of trading is like that. You shouldn't care about someone else's money. Like it's like it's a bullshit thing. Like Andrew Tate says it really, really well. Let me chat to you guys quickly before we carry on Ethereum. Andrew Tate says it really well. I don't know if you guys seen the clip where he talks about Bitcoin's a scam, like crypto's a scam. Like they have all this community and it's all bullshit, and everyone starts talking about that, and we're all trying to trying to help each other out. We're all gonna be millionaires. We're going to the moon. It's a bullshit scam. These communities are nonsense. I'm telling you, it's legitimately bullshit. I love these communities. You know why? Because I'm dumping my coins on these motherfuckers. I'm dumping on them. The guys coming afterwards who buys in the coins way later when we've done like a good 10x already. We're gonna be dumping on them, and that's what it is. It's everyone is for themselves. Everyone is for themselves. It literally is. Like, bro, like I'm gonna be honest. Like when you see that massive, like this particular bull run has been very interesting in the sense of we've seen massive communities with just partnerships upon partnerships, bro. That's dangerous. You are not spending money into a utility. You are not spending money into research and development. You are not spending money into your real project to actually grow that. Building partnerships is one thing, but paying for partnerships is a different thing. You know what I'm saying? If you're paying for a partnership to actually be sponsored on like on PlayStation, or a partnership with a racing game, or partnership with boxing, or partnership with MMA, or partnership with all this stuff like that, these guys, you have to think about it this way, right? What are these projects are doing, right? FTX arenas, yeah. What are these guys doing? Look at FTX, man. Yeah, FTX arena, 100%. What do? They fucking pump money into fucking, and they're still gonna pay. You know that? I don't know if you guys know that. They're still gonna pay. I think there's a contract for like 10 years or some shit like that. They've got to pay like so many millions for over the 10 years. So I don't know what they're gonna do. And they've already removed it, obviously. But like if do you see Binance having Binance Arena? Now he's building in the bear market, man. That's what he's doing. Like when you see guys pumping, like, look, this is a lesson for all of us right now. For every single one of us. If you haven't learned this you've learned this now. Be careful in the bull run. Every experience that you've experienced, right? Write it down. Write it down on a book, right? Buy yourself a fucking diary, man. Trust me. You guys need this. Buy yourself a diary and write down everything that happened in the bull run, right? One of the things should be a title of partnerships, or projects with partnerships, projects with like who are like all this craziness as well. Binance, they do actually. Their office is in France, and they got a European one in France as well. I've been there. It's quite cool. They got a proper office over there. They're based in Paris, isn't it? That's in the Europe. So, interestingly enough, but like they don't have a real not a real. They don't. Binance are not going around the world and sponsoring countries and sponsoring arenas and sponsoring players. Apart from Cristiano Ronaldo, I think that's maybe a bit of the downfall after the thing what happened with Cristiano, but still, as an influencer, he's fucking geezer and a half as well. But they're doing this in the bear market. Yeah, sure. Write it down. Be careful, right? Pay attention to what happens to the next run. When you're seeing these kind of things, these communities, yeah, be cool with the communities. Yeah, like the communities are good for pumping the project as well. But in reality, every man's for themselves. So, Mr. M, Curtis, Ed, Erica, Sidiums, GD. Who else do we have? We got Rayan. We've got Elijah, KMS, Biggie, Starsky, Raphael. We got every one of you guys over here. you've got to make sure you take profits in the next bull run. You've got to take profits. Dump your fucking coin. Do not be sad for someone else. That's their problem. You put all the hard work in now. You put in all the struggle in now. That's what you've done. You're doing this. You're still here. 13 months in. 13 months in. What's going on, KMS? 13 months in. You're in this game, and you've seen it dump. You've seen this from 69k to 16.8k right now. That's what you've seen this. You think it's easy? You think it's easy to sit here and actually, watch this move from 69k to 16.8k? You think it's easy to watch our beloved crypto that we at one point everyone was was like, oh yeah, crypto's gonna go to the moon. You think it's easy to see it go down to 75%? It's not easy, but you're doing this. You're doing this, not me. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. But you're doing this, and and if you're doing this hard work right now, and you're gonna be ready for the accumulation period, you're gonna be ready for the bull run, and you're gonna be ready for the expansive move, and then you're gonna be ready to take profits. That's what these are the keys that you gotta be doing as well. Taking profits. Take your profits, change your life, walk away, fuck everyone else. I don't give a shit if some geezer, look, it's really bad, but I don't give a shit if some geezer bought a coin off me, did a 50x move. Who told you to buy at 50x? I put my bid there. I didn't force my hand onto you. It's really bad to say that, but that's how crypto is. And that's how trading is. The aim of the game is you gotta beat everyone. You've like it's a war. It's a war, and you're out there to take over and take over whatever you can, and just take every scrap you can get. That's all it is. It's a cycle of emotions. But right now, you've been through that whole cycle of emotions. You've done it. You've done that now. There's 6% of the population's into crypto. The other 94% of the population, we're gonna fuck them up, man. I'm telling you, we're gonna fuck them up. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. We're gonna take them out because like the depression, the depression and the hard work that you've done it yourself. But these guys are gonna come in later and it's gonna be bull run. Yeah, crypto's at 60k, crypto's at 80k, crypto's at 100k. Fuck them, man. I don't give a shit, man. I'm taking my profits. I'm walking away. 2025, 2026, I'm done. I'm disappearing. And so should you. So should you. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Dude, Ed, I say so much bullshit. I don't know what it is. I say a lot of bullshit. So half the time, I don't even know what I said. So when you guys tell me, oh, remember you said this, I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I really say that. But that's Bitcoin. Ethereum. Let's do Ethereum and then we'll end this as a day. I do got to head out. I got that funeral to go to, man. Man, I don't want to go because my heart hurts a little bit, honestly, but I've got to go at the same time. So, Ethereum is interestingly, same thing, same situation, right? I've got a weekly range, just like I got a weekly range on Bitcoin. Same thing, nothing's really changed. This is the weekly high. Sorry, that's the high, and that's the low. Okay, cool. Everyone understands that? That's the mid range, and that's all it is, right? All we've done a deviation on the downside, peekaboo on the upside. Quick stop run up there, and we're coming back down. We've taken out a similar situation there. This was, we're taking out this low there. Now we've got to see what happens there. We've got Monday's low. We're going to see what happens on Monday's low. And we have our bullish plans and our bearish plans. It's fucking kind of scary. But what's interesting is this now. Drop it on for 1 hour. Right. Oh, let me get out this chart. There we go. There we go. So monthly open. Monthly opens here, right? So what we got here, same thing, range high. So we find a resistance in the range high. All we did yesterday, we came and did a stop run. I wasn't, and like if you guys recall yesterday, I was talking about like doing a long, right? Finding a long to take out this liquidity here. There was liquidity resting here. I don't know if I did it on this. I must have done it on the stream, but I know I was talking to the guys as well. Metaverse, bro, Metaverse got fucked over, man. Fucked up badly. Like, disgustingly. But it is what it is, isn't it? What can you do? Why disappear 25, 26? Wouldn't you just short it just at the end of the bull run? Nah, man. Like, do you know what it is, right? Look, Starsky, you gotta have a goal in mind, all right? And this is like how you change, you flip it all on its head. I know you're talking about like shorting and stuff like that, right? I'm happy to short it, right? But let's just say you gotta ask yourself this, right? How much money would you be happy with? Would it be 1 million? Would it be 10? Would it be 20? Would it be 30? Would it be 500,000? I don't know. Whatever the money is, everyone has different numbers. Everyone has different numbers depending on where they live, depending on their financial situation, depending on their family, and there's a lot of things. That's number one. Number two, I've got my targets. When I hit my targets, why do I need to chase after more? I can come back and short this, but I'll short it quietly. I don't think I'll put myself out publicly. I probably what we'll probably end up doing is something like this. I'll be like, all right, then I've exited the market as a tweet, goodbye, and that's it. But I'll short the markets quietly. I mean, you guys have learned everything that you need to learn from me over the next 2 years or so, 2.5 years, 3 years, or whatever the time it may be. The rest is up to you, man. You guys can do your own thing, and I wish you the best of luck. But if I'm spending my time here, I don't think I'm going to spend my time, being public for too long as well, because there's other chapters in life I want to do. The first chapter is to take care of my family. The second chapter is to take care of the community, which is what I'm doing. The Trader Dank YouTube and all that, the Twitter, the website, the Discord, and the third one is I'm gonna actually take care of the world in one way or another. So that's my dream. So there's a few promises I made to my dad in it. One of them is to build a mosque, build a hospital, build a school, build an orphanage. These are the things I made a promise to my pops in it. And but inshallah, I have the money financially to do that right off the bat without asking anyone, and I can just do it. If anyone wants to help in, they can help in. It'll all be legitimate as well with charity cause and whatnot. It'll be 100% charity and whatnot. That's what it'll be. If you guys want to help, if you guys want to put in some money for it, for charity, it's entirely up to you. I'm not forcing you guys, but I made a promise to my father. The promise I said to my dad is like, I'm going to build a mosque in your name. I'm going to build a school in your name. I'm going to build an orphanage in your name. And I have to do that. I have to do that. I can't abandon my father like that. So if I walk off, say, for example, if I make 30, 40 million, right? This is give you an example, right? How much more money do I need? I probably need about 10 million to actually build all this stuff that I need to do in places like in Africa and Asia and whatnot. I don't, or like in something like other parts in South America. I don't probably need 10. The 20 million, I'm chilling, and I've got the skills to trade. I can trade on the side. Now I can swing trade and just sit back and just relax. There's no need for me to actually be here as a day trader. The reason why I'm doing day trades all the time, non-stop, is because I want to hit that gold. I want to hit that 40, 50 million area there. That's the number I want to hit. If I see 50 million, maybe mid bull run, I'm cashing out. I've got to take that out. That's my target. And I'll leave a little bit left over and see what happens, and we'll go from there. But really, really and truly, I've got a promise to my pops. I've got to fulfill it. I can't face my father on the day of judgment if I haven't done that, and I made money and I haven't fulfilled the promise. Do you know how much of a dickhead I am? I got no face to show my father. I build 20 million in the bank, and anything above that won't change much. Yeah, true, man. The thing is, right, you only need 5 million or 10 million. 5 million would change your life forever. Anything more is a bonus, isn't it? Some people might need just 500,000 depending on where they live. Some people may need a lot more. Some people actually are addicted to it and want to get to 100, 200, 500. Nah, man. Why chase the dunya? The dunya, like dunya in Arabic, it means in Urdu means the world. Like, why chase the world? Why chase dunya? Dunya's there. It's there to actually trick us. It's all just a trick. Because the problem is, right, like, how many of you guys feel like depressed, feel sad, feel like upset, feel like you're struggling? It's the dunya, it's the world that's doing that to you. The system is we're so clued in that we just want to make money and make money and make money and have bitches and have a woman or whatever. I don't know. I shouldn't be saying bitches in it, but you just have all these kind of things in it. But really and truly, why chase after it? Why do that? It's not. When you chase after the world, that's where you get problems, man. That's where you feel sad. Because things doesn't go your way. You know, if you got a plan to do something in life, but things doesn't click into place. There's a lot of troubles, a lot of hardship that goes on, and you feel stressed out. You feel like you feel really in a down place there. So that's the dunya for you, man. If you made that money, you make your gains. Take your fucking profits, man. Be happy with it, man. I'm telling you, be really happy, and walk away from it, and start your life, man. Look after your family and whatnot, man. That's all it is. Thank you, Sidiums. So Sir Hut says, "Dang, bro, I'm short E from 1280. Did you take profits or left it keep it open?" Look, Sir Hut, I'll be honest with you. Me personally, I've left it open. All right, just because I leave things open doesn't mean you should do too. I will recommend everyone take profits. But me personally, I've left it open. I know how to cut the trade. Some people may not know how to cut the trade, but what I would recommend people to do actually start taking profits a little bit of profits, and tighten your stops as well. That's what you could do. So, like, for example, or even at the worst case scenario, bring it to break even. but do take profits. We had a drastic drop there. I do think that we're gonna have a bit of a pullback up there. Looking at Ethereum, so looking at Ethereum, we've got Monday's range, we've got Monday's high, Monday's low. That's all it is, right? And as you see, Monday's, and I made this tweet, and I wanted to see what happened, right? Let me do this tweet. Delete that profile. I did this tweet yesterday, right? And some people like I did it early, but I didn't give a shit. Price can't even hold Monday's low, right here. Price can't even hold Monday's low after having liquidity taken earlier. Bulls are pathetic. Nuke it down to my targets, right? 15.8k and 1130. And it's literally that. I mean, I posted this at 640, and then afterwards we pumped up. I was not scared. We pumped up. 640 was around here, around here, right, around range low itself. Because the reason why is like, how many times do we need to go down to range low? Yes, we have this, right, and I'm not surprised if we pump up, and all we've done, we come back into the mid range, found resistance in the mid range, and we shank down. That's fucking weak, man. That's weak as fuck. I don't know. I don't care what anyone says to me, but that was weak already off a day trade itself. So now when we're looking at this, now what we're looking at is that price is bouncing off the 25% of the range. This is 25% of the range. If I just zoom out, let's see what's going on over here. Well, we've got this little area here. So let's just focus on these two bars. Where is price playing out? We're playing out. First off, we're playing between this high and this low there, right? And second off, we're playing between the range high and the mid range. That's what we're playing at. So these are the two areas you're looking at. So if you want to play within this range, you start focusing on this area. What's happening in particular? Well, if you look at this, right, price bounce off this particular area here, this range bound environment there. You can see it, come into it, bounce off it, hold up to it. When we had the consolidation here, broke up, we haven't retested it. Now we retested it and we hold into this area here. Now, there's two things going to happen, right? Number one, I got this high there. Let it do its thing. If it reclaims this high, I can take a long, right? Playing to where? Targets over here and into Monday's low. Let's just draw that again. Let's just being a bit lazy there. Targets over here. That's target one, and then looking at Monday's low. Right, that's what I'm looking at. That's the way that I can actually play this as a long. Once we step back into Monday's low, what we're looking at, playing into 25% range, target one, target two mid range, and then we'll see how we actually react around the range high. Maybe take out these highs there, and then play back to 75 and maybe into range high. But monthly open is going to be the key as resistance. The reason why I can say that is a possibility is, so once we've actually stepped back into the range, then this was just a deviation of Monday's range, and all we're doing, we're playing it back up to mid-range to range high. That's all it is. So I'm very, very comfortable with the idea of what's going to happen in terms of a long and how do I actually play this there. That's the short-term trade. As a day trade, I've got a swing play there. I'm quite happy with the swing trade. I'm going to let this ride off, right into the sunset. We'll see what happens next then. The second scenario is this. If I highlight this again, let me just draw that out. Oops, not here. About here. Okay. If I draw this out, how do I enter shorts, right? Let price do this. Price can well do this. From this low here, find resistance of this low. It doesn't need to fill out this inefficiency. If it's going to be so bearish, we could come back up, find resistance, break down. Once we come back down into here, then we're back underneath this block here in particular, and then that's your invalidation. Play it back down into at least target one into here. Target one, and then looking at target two at the mid range. From the mid range, we'll see what happens next. Do we hold above it and play up higher, or do we lose it? Or do we lose it and play back lower? That's all it is. Nothing else to it. That's it. Keep it nice and simple. Don't get too excited. We play it level to level. Dollar index. Yep, coming back into the range low. And what time is it now? It's 11:40. So we got New York opens happening in about the next 20 minutes or so, or an hour, whatever the time is. Okay. So the simple the better. Ed saying serious alpha. Dunya is temporary. Eternity is everlasting. Always give back 100%. Can you look up lit? What do you mean lit? Is that a coin? Is that a coin? Lit USDT. Yeah, it's a short. Straight off the bat, it's a short. So if I look at it as a range bound environment, let's have a look on the weekly. Okay, cool. So the range is from here to there. That's where the range bound environment is. Let's change this as orange. Let's go on the monthly actually. Bring up Yeah, let's do that. So that is June's range, right? So we're stuck in June's range on the weekly. Yeah, makes sense. Cool. Come up to 75%. All right, cool. Uh, this is the area that we're finding resistance in particular. Okay, around this particular area. Cool. Let's go to the daily. Let's have a look. We spiked up, and all we've done. Yeah, I'm not too fussed about this in terms of as a thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't have an entry right now. We'll see how it goes. Let's go to the 4 hours to see what we can get at 4 hours. So we pushed up, right? So this is the consolidation down below here. Okay. Let's just focus on this area here. Who was it who asked for lit? Rayan. Rayan's trying to challenge me here. Like, yo, bet you can't fucking find a short on this, motherfucker. That's the range band environment there. As you can see at the bottom, low, high, resistance, support over here, resistance, the clean close above it there, come back up, retest the highs there, and then we shoot up higher. Target one would be mid-range, and then you're looking at this area here, then this area here. So interestingly enough, right, where price has come into is come off on the 4 hours. Delete this. Right here, actually. That's what it's come into on the 4 hours. That would have been a perfect short here with a stop loss there. To swing this back down to mid-range to range low. So we missed this out there. So no problem in it. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, like, really and truly, if we do come back up and do something like this, plays back down, I'm happy to take the shorts back to mid-range back to range low. That's what I'll be looking to do. What if we don't do that? Let me drop it down to the 1 hour, 2 hours. Let's see what we've got. 2 hours. We've got this area. So what's acting as resistance? So let's use SRs now. Okay, so this is the SR. Right over here. That's the SR that we're finding resistance there. Let it do its thing. Do something like that. Come back down. Play it back down. Confirmation. Play it back down to mid-range. Let it do its thing. 25% back into this basic consolidation. And once we step back in, mid-range between the consolidation to range low. That's what I'm looking for. But yeah, it's a range bound environment. So when you see pumps, don't fucking get excited, man. Don't get too excited. They're all bullshit pumps in it. Let's call it exit liquidity. That's what it is. Right? It is all literally exit liquidity. It's on the 5 minutes. Let's have a look at the 5 minutes. Let's go on the 1. Let's do the 1. I want to see how the 1 is. So we've got this 1 minute here. Drop it down to 30 seconds. I want to see something a little bit different. 15. 5. There we go. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. So you see how price in the 5 seconds, it shows you this. Right, cool. Shows you this particular low. Right. This was too fast. This was too fast anyway, so it would have been too difficult to actually catch on. But you see how we come back into it, resistance, 3 times, and then we sell off back into here. So now we're back into this area here. So if I drop it down to the 15 seconds, because it's going to keep moving too quickly, what we'll do is, right, it's like this. Let price do its thing, right? So we know we've got this area consolidation right over here. This is the area consolidation. So I'd be quite happy for price to do its thing, come back into this area there, break down. I can take a short. This will be like a scalp there on a 15-second. Take it down to 25% range, mid-range there, and then we'll see what happens there. That's what I would like to see. But yeah, see where it goes. It may come up to this here, then break down and come back below. But that's a possibility. So not too thingy fussed about it. BNB. I'm still in my shorts on BNB, you know. Let's have a look. 1 hour. Yeah, bro. We finally lost that fucking low. Let's fucking send this down, man. Fucking send this down. I caught it at fucking around here, around 295 or something like that. That's why I caught it. My stop loss was around here at 300. Was it? Yeah, here. 300, 250 around that area. So it's not a bad fucking play. I need to double check what how many hours I'm up anyway. I think I must be up like a good fucking 3 hours or some shit like that. Playing it back into it. Bro. Third takes the charm in it. That's the thing is, like I said this to you guys in it, is that you should short from 294. Mashallah, Habibi. What you call it with the market itself. I wasn't too fussed. One second. Just give me 1 second. Got someone coming outside. Yo, what's good? Yo, give me 5 minutes, right? Give me 5 minutes. I'll open the door. Stay in the car. Yeah, 5 minutes, man. Sorry about that. Got my boy come over as well. I need to go get changed and get ready because we're gonna go to the funeral in it. But yeah, so just told him to just sit in the car. 5 minutes. No, just like what you call it, Zohar time in it. Zohar time. We're going to the mosque in it. They would have done the janazah. I mean the ghusl already in the morning. But yeah, obviously I wasn't invited for the ghusl. But yeah, quickly about BNB. Just a range bound environment, and I did say to you guys, like, you know, when it comes to when you come into trading itself, right? Like I knew this was. I had a strong feeling that we're going back to this area here. To me, I'm looking for 258. I'm looking at 258, and I had a very strong urge to say, yeah, pull the trigger here. I did so aggressively here, number one. I did it so here, number two. Then I waited for all this price action to unfold itself. Use this Monday's range here, which was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. And you can see support. We finally lost it. So now what you're looking for is like this now. So where's the next area of support would have been? It would be around here, at this particular area here. Do we come back up, find resistance, maybe step into it, break down, whoops, do something like this, break down. Once we break down, this is your shorting opportunity to play back down to this area here. And then if we lose this area there, I can send this back down to 264 and 258. And that's it, pretty much. That's what it is. So I would love to actually do some more alts for all of you guys today. I really would love to, but unfortunately I've got a funeral to go to, so I'm gonna have to bounce and I'm gonna get changed and whatnot, and I'm gonna go. So guys, in the DCC, we've got a session tonight, inshallah. So late in the evening, around 9 o'clock, we'll do a session on compounding and whatnot. It'll be interesting for you guys as well. So yeah, we'll talk then. So the plan's all done for BTC and Ethereum. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We're back here again, normal time, 10:15 UK time tomorrow, and on Friday. I do this Monday to Friday. Smash the likes, hit the subscribe button. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye, everybody.